I no longer have a sister. My daughter Zoe is 9 and she's obsessed with knitting. Like the kind of obsessed where she watches YouTube tutorials at breakfast and practices new stitches while watching TV. She's actually really good at it too. Last month she finished this insane backpack that she designed herself. Took her almost 2 months to complete the whole thing. She picked out all the colors, mapped out this cool geometric pattern, and even added her initials on the front pocket. I'm not just saying this because I'm her mom, but the thing was legit beautiful. The yarn alone cost me like $300. I'm a single mom, and that was a huge chunk of my paycheck. But Zoe had this plan. There's this youth arts competition in our city that happens every spring with a $2,000 cash prize. She wanted to enter the backpack and use the prize money to pay for her class trip to Washington, D.C. in May. Her school's going for a week, and it costs like $1,500. I can't afford that on my salary, so Zoe decided to figure it out herself. That's my kid. She doesn't complain, she just gets to work. My older sister Claire has a 14-year-old son named Jordan. Our kids used to be close. Jordan would come over and teach Zoe card tricks, and they'd build blanket forts together. But 2 years ago, his dad died in a car accident, and Jordan's been different since. I get it. Losing a parent at 12 is brutal. But Claire started letting him do whatever he wanted. He'd curse at her and she'd just sigh. He'd skip school and she'd make excuses. Anytime someone called him out, she'd snap back with, "His father just died." Like that gave him a free pass to act however he wanted forever. Last Tuesday, my mom fell in her kitchen and bruised her hip pretty bad. She's 73 and lives alone, so Claire and I decided we'd both go check on her. I brought Zoe with me because she wanted to show my mom the backpack before the competition that weekend. Zoe carried it in this plastic bag to keep it clean, and she was so careful with it. When we got to my mom's house, Jordan was already there with Claire. My mom was sitting on the couch with an ice pack, and Zoe immediately went over to show her the backpack. My mom put on her reading glasses and examined every stitch. She kept saying, "Oh, honey, this is museum quality," and Zoe's face just lit up. Even Claire came over to look. She touched the fabric and said, "Zoe, this is incredible. You could sell these online." Then Jordan asked if he could see it. Zoe handed it over and he held it up to the light. He asked if he could have it. Just straight up asked if she'd give it to him. Zoe laughed because she thought he was joking, but then he said, "Come on, I need a new bag for school." Zoe said no, obviously, and explained about the competition. Jordan's whole face changed. He tossed the backpack back at her and said, "Whatever, it's ugly anyway." I should have left right then. We stayed for another hour helping my mom. Claire made her soup and I did some laundry. Zoe sat in the corner knitting a scarf and Jordan was on his phone. Everything seemed fine. When it was time to go, Zoe went to grab the backpack from the dining room table where she'd left it. That's when she started screaming. I ran in and the backpack was on fire. Actual flames coming off of it. Jordan was standing right there holding my mom's kitchen lighter. The whole bottom half of the backpack was black and melting. I grabbed a pitcher of water from the counter and dumped it on the bag, but it was too late. The yarn had melted into this charred plastic-looking mess. The whole thing was destroyed. Zoe was sobbing, like full-body sobs where she couldn't even catch her breath. I've never seen her cry like that. Jordan just stood there with the lighter still in his hand. I asked him what the hell he was thinking. He said, "She wouldn't give it to me, so I didn't want her to have it either." Claire came running in and saw the burned backpack. I waited for her to yell at Jordan or apologize or something. Instead, she looked at him and said, "Jordan, did you do this?" He said, "She was being selfish," and pointed at Zoe. Claire turned to me and said, "Well, Zoe shouldn't have been bragging about it in front of him. I lost it." I told Claire she needed to pay me back for the yarn and compensate Zoe for all the hours she worked on it. Zoe had logged like 60 hours on that backpack. Claire laughed. Actually laughed. She said, "I'm not paying you for something a kid made. It has no real value." I reminded her that she'd literally called it incredible 30 minutes earlier. She said, "I was just being nice." My mom tried to calm everyone down, but I was done. I told Claire that if she didn't reimburse us, I was never speaking to her again. She said fine, and grabbed Jordan's arm and left. Just walked out. Didn't apologize to Zoe, didn't offer to replace anything. I took Zoe home and she cried for 3 hours straight.